everyone, it's Renee Yvonne, the Gen Sexologist, and this week I want to talk about something that I get asked about a lot, and that is how do I talk to my partner about what I want in bed? So, this is a great question because sex is something that's very natural, right? And yet, with our partner, the person that we're closest to or we're being intimate with, we have a difficult time sometimes telling them what we need or what we want or what we desire from them. So today I want to share with you a couple of ways that you can bring up the topic of sex with your partner and also help them to understand what it is that you need and what you want. So one of the first ways that you can do this is mutual masturbation. And this is a great technique because your partner can just watch and see what it is that you do. What feels good when you stroke your own penis? What is the stroke like? How fast, how slow, the pressure, the timing, all of that. And that way your partner can learn what it's like for you and what feels good to you. And this is a way of letting them know what you like without actually talking about it. You can actually show them. This is more of a show and tell than a tell and tell. Same thing with the woman. You can show your partner what it feels like when you rub your clit, or if you don't like your clit rubbed directly, if you like it rubbed in a certain way, in a circle, up and down, back and forth, if you like your labia rubbed more, if you want more penetration. And again, this is a way of talking about what you want without having to actually talk about what you want. You're really showing them what it is, what feels good, the pressure, the speed, the rhythm. And from that, they can learn what it is that you like. Now, suppose it's something a little bit more, and maybe you want to bring up something that is, you're feeling a little like, I don't know, I want to try some new things in bed with my partner, but a little conservative. I don't know where to start with this. And for that, I have another technique, and that is called a yes, no, maybe fantasy list. And I will put the link below the video so that you can download that from my website. And that, what you do is you look through the list, and it lists a plethora of things that you can do. So it may be anal sex, it could be oral sex, it might be a threesome, it could be watching someone, it could be having them watch you, it might be filming something. So this whole list is there, and what you do is you take, each of you make a copy, and you fill out yours, your partner fills theirs out, and then you come back together and you see where there's overlap. And so let's say for most things you're like, okay, yeah, I'm cool with that. I definitely want to try that. And there's some things that may be a hard no. And so your partner may say, nope, I do not want to do a threesome, or nope, I do not want to have someone watch us. I definitely don't want to be on film. But look at the maybe list. And so on the maybe list, there may be some things on there that you're like, I didn't know they were interested in that. I didn't realize that they wanted to try something like that. And pick one of those things from the maybe list and then try that out. Do something once a week, once a month, whatever frequency you like, and see what it is. And one thing I want to say, and I tell this to everyone I work with, just because you try something doesn't mean that you have to continuously do it. If you try something and you hate it, don't do it again. That's the beauty of being an adult, is that you don't have to do things that you really don't want to do. So if you look at it and you say, you know what, hey, I'd like to try a threesome, you try that threesome, you're like, yeah, don't want to do that again. Or you try playing with a toy and that's not the toy that works for you, maybe try a different toy. And I realize toys can be expensive. And so it sucks when you get a toy that's 50, 60, $100 and it's just not what you're looking for. I get it. But try out toys and see what it is that you like and what feels good to you. If you don't like it, just don't do it again. It's that simple. So those are a couple of techniques that I would try. And again, this is one of those techniques where you're talking about sex without having to talk about sex. So you don't actually even have to bring it up and have that, what I think we all think will be a difficult conversation to have, like, hey babe, I'm really not liking when you do XYZ to me. This way you can have this conversation in a fun, lighthearted way. You could talk about what it is that you like, you want to do, you don't want to do, you might like to do, you have a fantasy about doing, and it's in a nice, safe environment without you having to make one or the other person feel bad about bringing this up. So I hope those techniques help. Again, the link is down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I come on almost every week. There's some weeks that I forget, but for the most part, I'm here every week, and I love to answer your questions. So if you have one, please feel free to send me an email on my website, which is thegensexologist.com, and I'd be happy to answer it in an upcoming video. Thanks so much, and you have a wonderful, pleasure-filled weekend. Bye.